This is Sherry Veronica. This blog is about Sylvan Alder. He's a supervisor at A&C Security Services Limited, and Orion Lane, that's the name that was given. I hope they spelled it correctly, but she's also a supervisor at the A&C Security Services Limited. They're both employees of that security company, okay? So they're saying, I cannot put the whole blog, what was written, because I understand how people can get really upset and they can say certain things, but it's not something that I can say for YouTube purposes. But they're saying that he violated some women at the job and it needs to be addressed because he touched them in certain areas, and he should know better and he should be reprimanded. And they're saying that since the cost of living, the wage, the minimum wage, since the minimum wage went up in Barbados, that she's cutting hours, the staff hours, and the officers, security officers who work at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, they're getting it hard. They're having a hard time with her because she's cutting their hours. And they're also saying that favors are being passed, and her son that works for BADMC, something like that, he works for another part of the government as a security officer. Well, he gets his full time, he gets his full hours, and he's doing hunky-dory, and she's doing good, but other people are suffering under her weight and under the fact that he is still at the security service. And after what he's done, he's a threat to women. Women shun him because they know what he's all about. And then with her, she is giving her son, the lion's share of work. And they're saying that there's another company that she works for that their favors being passed along the way. So she's working. She is benefiting from everything that's going on. She's not suffering. And the people said that they tried to work through the BWU, the Barbados Workers Union, and nothing happened. And they even tried to work with Caswell, Franklyn, and nothing has happened. They're trying with different unions, and nothing is working out. And like I said, these are employees of A&C Security Services Limited, and they want this message out there. Like I said, I could not put out the blog as it was written. I had to just read it and give the important parts. The important part of this blog is, since the minimum wage was raised, Miss Lane is cutting hours. People are working less hours so that she can justify keeping that budget the way it was even before the minimum wage increase. She's still trying to keep things the same way when it can't be. Excuse me. Or people are suffering because of the minimum wage increase, okay? And women at the job are nervous, and they'll watch themselves when they are around this Sylvan Adler. So these two complaints came in, but it was one blog. Whoever the owner of A&C Security Services Limited, you're asked to look into these allegations. That is what they are. What was contained in this blog are allegations. They need to be looked at, and they need to look into his conduct and see if they can interview staff on the job who may have been affected by his overstepping his boundaries, and also if they can interview staff or do whatever they need to do to find out if people are being unfaired because of the raise in the minimum wage. Okay, you got it right. This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.